If you're in the engineering or construction world, you know the drill. We've all been there. Before any real work can start, every single drawing has to go through a quality check. It's super important for sure, but let's be real, it's also a huge, hidden time suck for our entire industry. So today, we're going to look at a new way to tackle this very old problem.
So let me just ask you this straight up. What is the true cost of your drawing reviews? And I don't just mean the hours that get logged on a timesheet. I'm talking about the hidden stuff, the opportunity cost, the frustration, and just the plain inefficient use of your most skilled, most expensive people.
And that right there brings us to our first big point, the incredibly high cost of QA. This isn't just a budget line item. It's a hidden drain on the people you value the most in your firm.
This quote, wow, it just nails it. We have these senior-level, highly experienced engineers, the ones billing at $200 an hour, and they're spending their days literally hunting, page by page, for basic, tiny documentation errors. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
And that's the fundamental problem, isn't it? Your best and brightest, the people you hired to solve really complex engineering problems, are basically doing administrative cleanup. It just doesn't make sense. It's an incredible waste of talent and, honestly, a huge source of burnout.
So, what does this manual hunt really look like in the wild? Well, it's flipping through a drawing set page by page, checking for things like, are there any missing key notes? Are the view titles all filled out right? Oh, and the big one, are there coordination gaps where what's on one sheet doesn't match another? It's so tedious, so repetitive, and because humans are doing it, it's easy to miss stuff, especially when the drawings change, which they always do, and you have to recheck the whole thing all over again.
Okay, but what if we could just stop doing that? What if we could flip that entire process on its head? This brings us to a totally new way to check drawings. We're shifting from that soul-crushing manual hunting to efficient, automated finding. The difference is pretty stark when you lay it out like this. You've got the old way on the left, slow, expensive, and you know you're going to miss things. And on the right, you have the Redmark approach. AI just instantly flags the errors, it's fast, it's efficient, and it is consistent every single time, no questions asked. So you're probably wondering, how on earth is this even possible? Is it magic? Well, not quite. Let's take a quick peek under the hood at the technology behind Redmark to see how it actually gets it done. The engine behind all this is really a powerful combination of three key technologies. First up is OCR, or optical character recognition. That part reads all the text on your drawings. Then you've got computer vision, which is what analyzes all the shapes and symbols. It knows what a door is, what a window is. And finally, AI ties it all together, learning your company's standards to spot patterns and flag anything that looks out of place. So what automated QA really means, in simple terms, is this. It's about using this machine vision to scan all your drawings and instantly catch all those common, annoying errors before a person even needs to sit down and start a review. And the impact of this is huge. The system can automatically detect around 80% of those common documentation errors. Just let that sink in for a minute. That's 80% of the grunt work just gone, handled, before your high-level review even kicks off. And all of this leads to the most important part, right? The actual results. When you have a smarter QA process, you and your team can finally focus on what actually matters. And the results are pretty much everything you'd want to see. Your views get done way faster, obviously, but because you're catching more stuff up front, you end up with fewer of those painful rework cycles. Your overall drawing quality goes up, and most importantly, you're finally using your expert's time the way you're supposed to. This chart right here really visualizes the payoff. We're talking about cutting down the time spent on manual QA by about 75%. And that time doesn't just disappear, it gets transformed. It becomes time your senior people can spend on high-value review, focusing on the actual engineering, not checking for typos. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's about freeing your experts to actually be experts. It's taking that monotonous, repetitive work off their plate so they can use their skills where they're needed most, on your projects. So what do they do with all this reclaimed time? Well, they get to focus on the big stuff, making those critical engineering decisions, making sure the design integrity is solid, and spending more time on strategic risk reduction. All the things that actually prevent expensive problems from happening down the road. So when you think about your own team and how much time they spend doing these manual checks, It really just boils down to this one question. Could your team's most valuable time be better spent?